We are reviewing your logos again today. My name is Andre Leroux. Before we begin, a reminder. We can only discuss your logos here on YouTube if we have your permission. In your LogoGround account settings, there's an option that gives us that permission. If you want your logos to be considered for a video review, make sure that box is checked. Okay, first logo today is a QR logo. Interesting design. I like the idea. It's a clever way to combine those two letters. Nice. The problem is that it is not tidy enough. If we zoom in, this edge and this one should line up, right? Also this one and that one and these. But none of them line up. Look, if we extend these lines like that, you can see the problem. You could manually tweak them to make them line up, but that's a hassle, and it will never be perfect. Far better to draw the two shapes separately, fine-tune them, then stack them, then combine the shapes and fine-tune again. Perfect. Next logo, a tiger eye logo. Very good design, and technically it's good as well. Like you have actual white in the reflections, but these white areas are transparent to allow the background to show through. I love attention to detail like that. That's great. Only problem here is that this design is not unique enough to work as a logo. There are other older logos that use the same idea and that are visually quite similar. Even if you change the shape from a square to a circle, or a triangle, or a shield, or a star, it has all been done before. So, good logo, but you have to find a way to make it clearly different from all the existing ones. Right now, it is not trademarkable yet. Next, we have a lion wine logo. Weird lion that you have there. Weird eyes. I think they are too close together. And the mane isn't great. It looks unfinished. It's like a young man trying to grow a beard, but he is just too young, so he has a wannabe beard. This is like a wannabe mane for a lion. This lion is too young to have a proper mane. For a company logo, you want an alpha male, leader of the pack, super awesome mane on your lion. He is the king and his mane shows it. That's what you want in a lion logo. And this shape is confusing. You have the nose here, and then it's like a second nose on top of the nose. After looking at it for a while, I figured it out. This is the bottom of the wine glass, but that's just too confusing. But even if you fix these issues, it's a wine glass integrated into a lion's head. It is too weird, and it seems forced. I don't think this is going to work. I think I would abandon this idea. Next, a campfire logo. And you already know what I'm going to say, right? Lovely design work, but this has been done so many times before. It is definitely not unique enough. You will have to find a way to make your logo rise above the noise. Moving on, letter OH logo. Well, no, not really. I can make out an O and maybe an H if you tell me that's what it is, but I also saw an M and a W. It's not clear enough. Also not very well designed. The shapes appear clumsy, also not very neat, like over here. The gradients are not well placed. You have different elements and then individual gradients applied to each one. I'm sorry to say this is often characteristic of amateur design. If you are super experienced, you can use gradients with care. If you are not super experienced, don't use gradients at all. It is very easy to do them badly. Same thing with orange. It is a tricky color. It is easy to end up with an unattractive greenish brown muddy color like this. If you are very new to logo design, use red, blue, green and black. Well, not all of them at once, just one at a time. One color per logo, maybe two colors if you are feeling brave. That's not a rule, but it is good advice if you are new to logo design. Next logo. This is a weird one. The design is okay, there is some room for improvement, but the main problem is that it would suck to be that snail. It has its shell pierced by an arrow, the poor thing. It is very negative. Even a pesticide company that specializes in dealing with snails would not want a negative image like that as their logo. Their clients don't want to see that. We know the pesticide company kills the snails. It's not like we think they transport them to a snail sanctuary, but we don't necessarily want to be reminded of that fact. And we really don't want to see a live but mortally wounded snail in the logo. So, not a bad design, but the concept needs work. Next logo, King Kong logo. No, you can't say that. King Kong is a trade name, just like Google and Coca-Cola and Lego are trade names. The King Kong name is the property of Warner Brothers Entertainment Incorporated. They bought it. They can use it. We can't. Just like we can't use the name Coca-Cola in a logo. That's not the only issue in this logo. There are several. There is inconsistent spacing. The style of the crown is quite different from the rest. And I don't know what these things are. But even if you fix these issues, you have a fairly generic gorilla face here and a very generic crown. You would have to find a way to make this more unique. Next up, mountains in a heart shape. Again, this is fairly generic. A generic heart shape is okay. A heart is a heart. But the mountains inside need to be more distinctive. Also, choose which side the light comes from. These white triangles show the light coming from this side, but these ones show the light coming from this side. You can obviously have more than one light source in a logo, but in this scene I'm assuming the light is sunlight. And then in our solar system there's only one. The light should come from one side. Next we have a Trident night logo. Well, it has potential, but I think there's a lot to fix here. Firstly, what is it? You say it's a knight, but I don't know if it's human. It has kind of lion-ish features. This is either a mane or a beard. I don't know what this is, but it seems more animal than human to me. And then the trident doesn't help. It tells me that I should be thinking of an ocean creature, but I can't imagine what ocean creature this could be. If we have to guess what it is that we are looking at, the logo will almost certainly be declined. And the final logo for today. This one is called Gym Face logo. This is quite bad, I'm afraid. There are a great many issues here. The first thing that you have to do is to master your software. It is no use trying to design logos if you don't know your way around your design software. Whatever software you use, right here on YouTube you will find good comprehensive tutorials. Find one that's at least an hour long, then work through it step by step while you follow along in your design software. Then do another tutorial. Keep studying until you reach a level where you can call yourself an expert in the software you use. Only then can you produce professional quality graphics. And that is all the logos for today. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and I'll see you next time.